and you may be seated. And now it's an honor to call upon our President-elect, David Stein, to address our congregation.
Good evening, and thank you very much, Rabbi Strauss, as well as thank you, Cantor Finkelstein, for your beautiful renditions of the Kol Nidre prayers as well as the Shehechianu. I have been asked this year to co-chair the Beth Yeshurun High Holiday Appeal Campaign, along with our incredible president and my good friend, Jared Bloom. To the group that selected me to speak and hold the Torah for 10 minutes, and then, of course, of all things, Shul Cloud to go down, and talk to you about the High Holiday Appeal. Well, I guess this is some sort of initiation process for becoming the next president of Beth Yeshurun. But needless to say, here I am before you tonight, on this holiest of nights, speaking to you about the importance of our High Holiday Appeal. When sitting down to write this, I did what many people normally do these days when researching a topic, and I Googled High Holiday Appeal speeches in 1918, the last time this country faced a pandemic, which included face masks and quarantines. Well, I can tell you, I think I finally stumped Google because it came up with absolutely nothing. In fact, Alexa even told me, you're on your own on this one. So over the last several years, we've been very blessed to have families speak to you about how much Beth Yeshurun has played an important role in their lives. These families include Dan, Taryn, Gabi and Marion Braun, Margie and Clive Fields, Dana and Kenneth Katz, as well as Ellen and Dan Trachtenberg. Each gave very heartfelt reasons of why Beth Yeshurun has been so important to their families. It is everything from the day school, the religious school, bar and bat mitzvahs, synagogue trips, and all family life cycle events, both happy and sad. These stories are not exclusive, and I'm sure that the same can be said about many of our incredible Beth Yeshurun families. Personally speaking, my children mark the 5th generation in our family to be a part of Beth Yeshurun. But tonight is not about what Beth Yeshurun has meant to me and my family. I'll tell you more about that next year. It goes without saying that 2020 has been a year like no other for our society. I could never have imagined a scenario where we are not all together for the high holidays. Even a few years ago, after Hurricane Harvey made it impossible for us to be together on Beach Nut, we found a way to pray together at Lakewood. Nonetheless, here I am speaking before about 20 people here in person, and hopefully thousands of you virtually, either on Facebook, probably not our website anymore, the Beth Yeshurun app, or the YouTube channel. In March, we made the very difficult decision to close down our synagogue out of concern for you, for our staff, and for our clergy. We felt that this was the right thing to do. I am proud to say that we were the first synagogue in Houston to offer a Shabbat service with our clergy being in the synagogue. And then, after all necessary precautions were taken, we were the first to open up daily services to a minyan of 10 people here in the synagogue, so our congregants both here as well as online would have the opportunity to recite the Kaddish prayers. Our incredible clergy and staff have worked very diligently to come up with virtual services and online learning programs for both adults and children. Our goal was to meet the spiritual needs of you, our congregants. Just by judging from the online attendance to our services and programs, it was very clear to us that these have been very well received. I would also like to single out Jonathan Bailiff, who, along with our membership director, Mindy Stern, recruited several members of the synagogue, as well as the Beth Yeshurun Sisterhood, led by Vicki Richker and Barbara Kozlov, to form the Chesed group. This group of volunteers reached out to our more senior members, both single and married, to make sure they had everything they needed to stay in touch with Beth Yeshurun. Thank you very much, Jonathan, Mindy, the Sisterhood, and everyone who volunteered. I'm also very proud of the fact that Congregation Beth Yeshurun still has the same employees today as it did before the pandemic. Not a single person has lost their job here. So what does all of this mean? Well, this year it is not about what Beth Yeshurun has done for us and our families over the years. No. This year, it is about what we can do for Beth Yeshurun. The appeal is a very important part of our budget, and every year and this year, we have incurred the same expenses as in years past. By supporting the appeal, This provides us with the opportunity to sustain and support the services and programs that our synagogue provides. For the first time, we reached out to families for a possible matching donation program, and I am excited to say that we are at $131,000, so just know that every dollar pledged to this appeal until we reach that number will be doubled. I would like to thank the following families for participating: ABC Doors and the Gary Schwartz family, Debbie and Jim Adler, the Beth Yeshurun Sisterhood, Susan and Michael Bono, Marion and Gabi Braun, Taryn and Dan Braun, Rona and Bruce Caress, Margie and Clive Fields, Kelly and Martin Fine, Martha and Don Friedman, Lorraine Horwitz, Sue and Stuart Jacobson, Sherry and Ken Levy, Joy and Scott Plantowski, Paula and Irving Posmentier, Glenn Rosenbaum, the Bruce Stein family, Jill and Charlie Talisman, and Judy and Ronnie Yambra. Thank you all for participating. A special thanks goes out to our Director of Development, Jennifer Sutton, for all of her hard work and effort in putting this program together. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for everything. Several weeks ago, all members were sent the High Holiday Appeal letter, and if you've already responded, well, thank you. If you have not, well, gets where it gets kind of tricky, because there's an old saying that says, man makes plans and God laughs. Well, even on Kol Nidre, apparently, because you can't, I was going to ask them, you can make your appeal via our website, which, of course, is down right now. But if you will go, after our high holidays are through, or when our website comes up, you can go to www.bethyeshurun.org and go and click on the High Holiday tab, which is on the upper right-hand corner. It will then take you to the middle of the page where you will find the icon for the High Holiday Appeal. You can click on the appeal and where you can make your donation. And for those of you that would like to do this the old-fashioned way and mail it in, please feel free to do so. Just fold down the tab on your pledge card, and our ushers this year, the U.S. Postal Service, will deliver to us. The high holidays are the time of year for introspection and what we can do to ask God to inscribe and seal us in the book of life for another year. These words are summed up in the Unatana Tokef prayer. Teshuvah, tefillah, and tzedakah are ways that we can avert the stern decree. Repentance and prayers are between you and God, but we ask that you consider the final way, tzedakah, giving to charity. Please consider Beth Yeshurun. In a year of uncertainty and cloudiness, we hope that Congregation Beth Yeshurun has been a beacon of light for you, our members. I hope and I pray that next year we will all be together here at 4525 Beach Nut. On behalf of our Executive Committee, Board of Trustees, our clergy, and our staff, Gemar Chatima Tova, may you and your families be inscribed and sealed in the book of life, health, and happiness for this year and many years to come.
Thank you, David, for a very beautiful speech.